Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this AI automation training. This is going to be a series of videos where we're going to talk about AI automation, what it is exactly, down into the full depth of what you can do with automation in these times of AI or artificial intelligence. Like you can see on the screen, the new operating system for modern individuals and businesses is actually AI automation. So welcome to the world of artificial intelligence or AI automation. And here we try to automate boring tasks from simple to complex ones. My name is Precious Iriaevho, and let's get to it. So, a quick introduction. Remember, we talked about the age of automation, but right now we are in the age of intelligent automation. Business is no longer about who works the hardest, or it is about who builds the smartest system. So AI automation is becoming a life and business survival skill. It's no longer a luxury because everyone can actually do this in these current times that we are in. But then what sets you apart is the fact that you can do it better. You have good applicable scenarios than others who are just coming into it. So what this video is going to do for you is that it is going to give you a clear mental model of AI automation. It's going to show you how automation actually works, that is behind the scene, all the gears, all the pulleys and levers that has been moved for AI automation to become implementable. You're going to see what it is. And also, it is going to introduce you to the tools and the mindset that you need to start. So put your mind at ease, and if you've been hearing AI or the buzzwords, just relax because going forward, I'm going to hold your hand through this new field, this new industry that we find ourselves in today. So, a new era for business. And what is the era all about? Remember, in the old era, all we had to do was manual tasks, inputting stuff in your Excel sheets, trying to get the numbers of people who have contacted you before, putting them on Excel, trying to call them or saving the number on WhatsApp, trying to send them messages. And here we have humans are the operators. But in the new era that we are in currently, we work with automated workflows, AI-assisted decision makers, and most important, humans now are the system engineers and designers. So just like you and I, we are no longer just operators, but we are designers, and we are the ones who control the systems. We create the workflows and the automations, and we can go to sleep and our machines will keep working. So the key point you need to take out from this is the fact that businesses are no longer run by people alone. They are now run by systems. And are you ready to get into that system? I would love to hear you in the comments. So, what is automation? I know you've been hearing a lot about it. What the hell is automation? Automation is simply defining a set of rules where an input automatically triggers an output without human intervention. That is to say, things are happening and you as the human, you as the business owner or an individual, you have no input in how these things operate. So when we say automation, what are we even trying to say? We say automations are actually a set of rules that react to events. And these events go ahead to process information and they take action automatically without our input. So a simple example is a customer fills a form, their data is validated, AI summarizes their request, a response is sent, and the CRM is updated. So now that you understand what automation is, let's go in and talk about the anatomy of an automation. When you think of automation, you have to think of it like a train. A train moving on a track can't be stopped till it gets to its destination, or a car factory where they make cars, different models, same cars, and they have to do the same thing for each car. So that is automation happening. So you see, every automation, no matter how complex, is built on these foundational blocks. So let's walk through the assembly line of AI automation. We will break this down into steps that we can grasp immediately. So the first step in AI automation is what we refer to as the trigger. So at the trigger station, this is where everything starts. A trigger is the event that starts the automation. So this is the when. So you say, when do I want the automation, or when do I want the automation to start? When you decide that, then it is a trigger that you set. So what could this trigger be? This is the event that actually starts the engine. So a new lead form is a trigger. An email arrives in your inbox, that is a trigger. Or a specific time of the day, maybe 7 o'clock every morning, that is a trigger. So examples of more triggers that we will go into could be a new form submission, new email being received, new rows being added to Excel sheets or Google Sheets or spreadsheets, and also we have the time-based schedule. So from the trigger station, we move on to the next station that we refer to as the filter. So what happens in the filter is it decides what will pass through. That is, not everything will be processed. Not every lead that come into your form will be processed. So we have to use logic to let only the right data pass. That is, continue if the subject contains maybe an invoice, if you are creating an invoice processing automation. So a filter does what exactly? A filter helps you to remove unwanted data, then applies conditions and prevent unnecessary actions in your automation. So an example of this, or examples of this, will be only process messages with the word urgent, only run this automation if amount is greater than 50,000 naira, only proceed if the email of this user is verified. Can you see that a filter is actually the set of conditions that you have to meet before your automation can proceed? So now we move from the filter stage or the filter station down to the next station, and this is the formatter. So the formatter is what makes your data usable. Raw data is messy. You've seen a lot of Excel sheets, you've seen data in different formats. Sometimes you don't even know what is happening in there. So this is the cleanup stage. Data rarely arrives in a format that we need. You can never get it the way you want most times. So we have to fix the dates. Sometimes they are not correct. We have to capitalize some names, because when people fill their form, they put in their data in different funny ways. Or you have to convert currencies before moving forward. Let's say you are working with dollars and all of a sudden most of your data come in naira. You have to change all that. That is what the formatter station does for you. So when we're talking about formatting, we're talking about cleaning tests, we are changing the date formats, we are combining fields, and we are also converting outputs for AIs or APIs, right? Then from the formatter stage, we move to the next stage or the next station. And this is the station of intelligence. This is actually where AI comes in. So this is where your decision happens. This is where modern automation differs from old automation that we used to do with maybe Zapier. I mean, Zapier is still out there, but then with the current type of automation we have, AI is the intelligent factor that runs everything. So this is where we inject AI to understand context, to summarize our tests, to make decisions for us, or generate creative content. That is, this transforms a rigid script into a smart worker. So what can AI even do for you? It can understand your tests, it can summarize your information, it can classify your data, it can generate response and also extract meaning for you. So think of this as the brain behind the automation. After the intelligence stage, we move on to the action stage. So when AI is done with everything it needs to do, now we need to do something useful with the information that we have. So the system now performs the task. Maybe add a row to Notion or Excel sheet, send the Slack message or send a message to Telegram or send an email to a user. So actions could include things like sending emails, posting to Slack or WhatsApp, creating CRM records, updating databases, and even triggering another automation. Automations can actually come in chains. Then after the action stage, we have the output stage. This is the final result of your automation. The result, the final confirmation that the loop is closed and the value has been delivered. So in your output, you can have things like reports, notifications, logs, dashboards, stored knowledge, or even AI sending you updates. Whatever it is that you decided that your automation is going to end with is actually your output. So that is 6 stations we've touched on already. But then let's see more about automation before we even wrap things up. But don't forget, every automation must end with a clear output. So, what is an AI workflow? We've talked about automation. I think it is also important that we touch on what an AI workflow is, and that is, it is embedded inside a rigid recipe. So, AI is embedded inside a rigid recipe. That is to say, if X happen, do Y. That is garbage in, garbage out. Action is equal to reaction. So that is, AI follows instructions perfectly, not like humans, no deviation, but it breaks if something unexpected happens along the way. So AI workflow uses automation structure. It adds AI at one or more steps, and it follows a fixed process. Don't forget, workflow is fixed. But let's now go into the big boss, and that is an AI agent. An AI agent, as against a workflow, an AI agent is an autonomous AI system. This is a goal-oriented worker. You tell it the outcome you want, let's say plan a travel itinerary, or maybe plan your day, or send you updates every 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and it figures out the step by itself. You don't do anything, you just tell it what to do. We've experienced it by those of us who, make chats with ChatGPT, you chat with Gemini, or you go to Claude to type a message and it gives you response. Those are AI agents communicating with you. So an AI agent has a goal, it has autonomy because it can operate out of its boundary, like almost like a human, and it has a decision-making power. That is to say, it can do anything it wants to do. So far, it is still within the boundary you set for it. So instead of following steps, it can decide the steps to take. An example is going to be the self-driving cars, Tesla, cars that are moving without drivers. Those are AI agents actually taking shape. So now that we've been able to talk about AI agents and AI workflow, let's see some differences between them. Remember, we said that AI workflow, they have fixed steps, they are predictable, they are easier to control, and they are best for operations. But when we come to AI agents, these are adaptive, they are harder to control because they make dynamic decisions, and they are best for research and reasoning, right? Simple differences, but it's going to come in big when we move on, towards the next stage of our AI automation journey. So now that you've known what an AI agent is, I think it is also important that we know the inner workings of an AI agent. So how does an AI agent work? An AI agent consists of 4 unique parts: the brain, that is the LLM, the language model, the large language model, the instruction, which is your prompt, the memory, which is the context, and the tools, which are the capabilities. So talking about the brain is the core processor. That is GPT-4 or Claude or Sora or Gemini. It reasons and plans. So that's the thinking engine of the AI agent. Then the next step is the instruction. This is the one you pass to it. So you could tell the AI, you are a senior support engineer, you are a senior marketer, you are a senior sales executive. This defines how it is going to behave at that instance. So prompt rules and goals. So you have to set good prompt rules, and you have to know the goals that you want to achieve when you are giving your prompt. So we'll talk more about this in prompt engineering, but this is just an introduction. The next step is the memory, context. AI needs context because without context, it won't remember what you discussed with it previously. So short term, what we've just said, and long term, that is the vector base and the knowledge base. It can store everything. It remembers past interactions so that it can learn and be better. That is, AI has a short term and a long term context. Remember when you talk to ChatGPT today and you go back to the chat to say something, it still remembers what you discussed the last time. Don't forget in that particular thread. That is the memory, that is the context coming to play. Then you have tools. The and, that is the ability to do things. It can search the web for you. It can read a PDF and summarize it, or even use a calculator. So an AI without tools is just a chatbot. But when you now give it tools, that is when it becomes an agent. So your tools could be API, they could be databases, they could be accesses, and they could also be workflows. So don't forget that the tools give you the capability to do more. If not, without tools, it is just your normal ChatGPT or Gemini. Also, together, when you combine all these, they can simulate decision making. So this is the inner working of an AI agent. And now that we've been able to talk about the AI agent, AI automation, AI workflow, uh, and every other thing we need to talk about, it is now important, without wasting much time, to delve deep into our main automation engine. And our major automation engine is going to be N8N. N8N is a platform for automation, actually, and it is what we're going to use all through this course. So it is the best fair code workflow automation tool aside Zapier and Make. It allows us to visually connect apps. You can connect anything to it, Google Sheets, Slack, OpenAI with nodes. It handles both linear workflow and complex AI agents that we've just discussed previously. And it has a visual workflow builder. It is open source. You don't have to pay for it, but I mean, if you want to use the cloud, you can pay, but actually you can have it on your local system without paying. It is self-hosted or can be in the cloud. Remember, I just mentioned that. And it has powerful AI integrations. All the LLMs can be integrated. OpenAI, Gemini, Claude, you just name it. It's all in there. And also, there is no vendor lock-in. You are free to do as much as you want with it. So N8N is the backbone of serious automation. N8N is going to be the backbone of every serious automation that we are going to be creating going forward. So get yourself in the mood. All right. Now, what are we going to build? Just a glimpse of what we achieve. This is just some of them. We are going to achieve business automations, AI workflows, AI agents, real world use cases of all these scenarios in different industries, businesses, and niches. And we're also going to create monetizable systems that you can make money from, that you could sell to any business, anybody, or even as simply as just, making your life easy and making your own job easy. So this is not, this is practical AI, like full practical AI. There is no hype here. We're going to do all these things. But this is the introduction, and I think it is important that we catch a glimpse of everything we're going to be doing before we get to that stage. So now that we've been able to touch on all this, I want to give you some tasks and some missions because this is very important. So you have to do this before the next video comes up. Write in the comment section. Today you can do all that. So we don't just watch here, like I said, we build. So here is your homework for the week, for today, for tomorrow. For now, accountability. Download the accountability document. It's going to be in the description, okay? Or it's going to be, it's going to be in the description. So download the document and read it up, fill it up. Number two, download Docker. But if you can't, don't worry. We'll actually, do this together in the next video. But if you can download it, just to save you time for that time. But if you want to wait and do it with me, no problem at all. Then reflection. I want you to write a summary of your thoughts on AI automation. Yes, I want your thoughts on AI itself. I want your thoughts on AI automation, in the comment section, also in the document. What do you think? What are the good things AI would do for us? What do you think automation would help you with? And that leads us to the next one. In the community, in the comment section, also in the Telegram channel, in the group, I want you to say things, make comments below with your biggest automation goal and reply to 2 other people in the comments so that we can get the balls up. Let this video, move very fast and we'll get a lot of people in. So comment with 2 other people, but also make your own comment. Tell us what your biggest automation goal is. Do you want to make money? Do you want to change career? Do you want to make new friends? Do you want to become well skilled? Do you just want to, be better than who you were yesterday? It's all good. We accept all sort of people here because even myself, I'm a student like you. All right. And most important, send this video, share it. Send this video to 5 other persons who you think need to wake up to the AI era. They are sleeping on it. So send this video to them on WhatsApp, on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, anywhere. Send this video to them so they can, join us as we embark on this journey. It's going to be a long journey, but I'm optimistic and I'm eager, very eager to run this race with you. So in closing, for this introduction, you don't need to be a programmer, so don't forget that. We will stop the theory and start building. So we are going to build your first live automation definitely in the next class. So don't sleep on this. And you don't even need to be technical. You don't need to know anything about code, but you would achieve this because I would break it down to the minimal, simplest level that anybody can understand. So I will see you in the community and in the comment sections. But for now, don't forget, you need system thinking, you need automation logic, and you need AI literacy. And you will get all that with me right here. So welcome to the automation era. And before you run along, download and access the following. This slide is going to be made available to you. So there's a link on your screen right now, www.clickate.com/AI-hub. So go there, put in your name and your email address so that I can send you the AI automation slide, the accountability document, and also the Telegram group assets that we would be using for this community going forward. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the AI automation era. My name is Precious Iriaevho, and I'm happy to walk this journey with you. Welcome once again, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye for now.